I picked the right number promo. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm like, which one did I set as my next game? Okay, so the next game we're playing is one Lady McGree played on Friday. It's called Caligo. Caligo. It comes out on the 3rd of April, so that's Thursday this week. It is developed by Creolit, which is their first Xbox released game, and published by Sometimes You. Thank you to Sometimes You again for the code for this one. I believe this entire stream is brought to you by Sometimes You. I believe so. Let me just double check. Yes, this entire stream is brought to you by Sometimes You. I should probably tag them as I think. I don't know if they're on Twitch. So, this one is available again on all of the platforms. We're playing on Xbox today. It's also out on Steam, Switch, and PlayStation. It was originally released in 2017, but it's now out on consoles as of the 3rd of April. It is currently at £8.39 or $9.99, 20% off for the next 3 days. So 20% off until launch, so pre-launch discount. It is a walking simulator, a small atmospheric walking simulator, an interactive story where you mainly have to look and listen. Caligo is the darkness everyone descends into one way or another, and to each of us it's something different. For some it's a short but exciting adventure, and some will see it as a place to relax. Yet others will be reminded of their worst nightmare, while a few it may come as a revelation. One thing is certain, however, everyone will have to answer one big question. So that's cool. Various characters, unusual settings, 100% voice dialogues. That's great. Which actually makes sense and which eventually formed the full story of the protagonist. And a choice that'll help you understand yourself better. Well, that's cool. At least it give my voice a break from reading stuff. It looks very colourful as well. There's some beautiful, weird and wonderful environments in this, which is kind of cool. Oh, one last thing. 17 achievements. No one's got them all yet. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. Wait, no, that's the next game. Sorry, my bad. 13 achievements. People have achieved them all. Sorry for that. That was confusing. I clicked on the wrong one of my games set up in my little board. So there are various chapters. There are some missable things, apparently related to the choice, possibly. And apparently there are ink drawings, so collectibles there. So that's cool. What was... Yeah. Looks like Lady McGree has not quite completed it, but made a good inroads. So yeah, I will load up the game, and now we've got the right one. What I was trying to do was see if I had a site set to this. No, the next one is the one that has the website. Okay, so it does have chapter select. That's good. You can't select them yet because, well, you know, not in there. English and subtitles. Excellent. Audio. Already got it set what I would prefer. Brilliant. Controls. Perfect. Let's just do a new game. This looks slightly Escher-esque. We may have to turn up the stream volume depending on what's going on. The lighthouse looked kind of melty. Is it Escher that has the melty clocks? No, Escher's the word staircases. What's the artist with the melty clocks? If I Google artist and melty clocks, is that going to get me something? Persistence of memory. Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali is the melty clocks. Which is called the persistence of memory. So it's a little bit Escher, it's a little bit Dali. we are just sitting and spinning. Maybe we are supposed to be moving? Aha! Yes, we are. Right. Okie dokes. So.
Here you are. Are you settling in all right?
Huh? Who are you? What are you? Am I dead?
Turn the TV up, help so I can
you're
hear.
surprised. You're overreacting.
Well, what is this place? And who are you again?
So many questions. But I'm not the one to answer them. I am to meet you and take you to the one who you should really ask. So why don't we set out on our journey?
Okay. Cool. Intriguing. So we won't see the whole game today because we're doing an hour. Well, just over. But also then that gives people plenty of breadth to play the game for themselves. We did play the whole visual novel yesterday, but as most people usually play visual novels by hitting skip and not actually experiencing the story, I'm less concerned with that, having gotten to an ending. We did get the best
Keep it
ending.
up. One step at a time. Don't mind what you see here. There's absolutely nothing to look at.
Well, that just makes me want to look more. Just makes me want to look more. And that is very disturbing. We got the best ending. The 3 achievements we didn't get were for the other 3 endings. But I feel like we picked the best ending, so I'm good with that. This is pretty. Sort of makes my eyes hurt. This sort of, it's neon. It's like strobe lighting, but not strobing. You see what I mean? When you've got it in a club, it's like that weird sort of black light situation. It sort of hurts my eyes a little bit. So yeah, I prefer being able to do visual novels the whole way through, if it allows. Sometimes, you know, they're just wrong, and I can't give them a whole lot of stream, especially if I'm not massively into them. But yesterday we were really enjoying it and we wanted to find out what happened, so we did. It was nice that it fit in the 3-hour stream. It's giving me Alice the video game vibes. It's giving me that looks like it's made out of freaking muscle and bone vibes.
This place looks familiar, eh?
I've never seen it before. Calling something familiar around these parts would be rather far-fetched.
Never mind. You'll remember soon. Come in and go upstairs.
What will I find there?
This lighthouse will lead you home. It's hard to explain. You'll know it when you get there. Don't rush it. What I like about this place is that there's absolutely no reason to hurry. Time means nothing here.
Oh, excellent.
Thanks
so we
for
can
the
get
tip.
distracted.
You're welcome. I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
The other side of what? Ooh, are these the drawings?
How weird. This place seems so familiar.
The drawings are really obvious, like, this is something and it's got a pick. So that's good. Is there a progress on the drawings? No. So I don't know how many there are. But yeah. So yeah, I like it when we can do a visual novel and do the whole thing, because a lot of people don't experience the whole visual novel, because if they're getting it for the achievements, they basically hit auto skip and that's it. which is fine. I mean, you know, it is a valid way of playing, and I have certainly done that with the rest of the AI ones that I would just, you know, well, I have the code and it's gamer score, but it doesn't feel valid. So when I stream the games, I like to read the story, and to me that makes a better experience. I did spend about 50 hours finishing off Raging Loop. You know, there may have been just over 10 hours of streamable gameplay, but there was a lot of else, and I'm kind of pleased with how it ended. I completed it, so that's good. But yeah, with these ones, I figure an hour will give you a good intro into the game, but it's not going to show everything. Ooh.
I think I'm beginning to understand. How many times have I seen you? Too many to count, right?
And hopefully we'll get you wanting to buy them ahead of the... Oh, hang on, my... Got an achievement, I didn't see what that said, because I just realised my green screen got knocked when I came back round with my tea. And there was a gap. You could see the world. What was that? Lighthouse. Complete the lighthouse chapter. Okay, excellent. Check we're not missing any drawings. Now we know what they look like.
Do not linger. The master is waiting.
He's been waiting for quite a while. He can wait some more. After all, time means nothing here. You said it yourself. At least somewhere it's true.
You're right on this one. It's hard to disagree. In any case, keep it up. We're almost there.
My Kindle is going, after you've read this book, you should really read the next book in the series. I'm like, yes, I am. I'm looking forward to it. The problem is that I don't have access to the next book, next book in the series, so I would wait for it at the library. Do we have to somehow get up there? Do I have a jump? Something? Did we somehow go the wrong way? Maybe somehow went the wrong way. That was confusing.
Seems
That
this
was taking
place is
myself.
dead. Not because it died, but because it never had a chance to live. It has its own charm, though.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think we accidentally got turned around. That's when we came off. We were like, oh, no, there's nowhere to go. So we went the wrong way. So the little drawing at the beginning was two brothers doing a sword fight. I assume brothers. Two children anyway. So, yeah. Oops. Screen. Where did we go in there? Oh, because we were changing the volume.
Well, you don't seem to be in a hurry. It's good to see you again. I bet you have a lot of questions.
You're the master, I gather. Yeah, you are absolutely right. My memories about this place are starting to come back, but these are just random pieces. Sensations, even. Everything I see around myself should probably confuse me. Even the fact I'm hearing your voice, but don't see you.
No, not necessarily. You've seen everything countless times, and you've done everything you should. Well, almost everything. But we'll talk about this later. Now, you can ask your questions. Questions. I love them.
Let's start with something simple. Who are you?
You call this a simple question? Well, I can offer you several answers. I am you. I am your death. I am your creator. I am your creation. Choose whichever you like best. They are all true.
What does that mean? It doesn't make any
Words.
sense. If you expect me to look for a meaning when there's none, or get it out of you word by word, think again. Since it's you who wants something from me, would you be so kind as to say what it is?
You are right, of course. I'd better tell you the whole story. Sorry, I could not help it. Come closer to our throne. I think it'll be best if we talk face to face.
I'm getting Talos vibes as well. The villain of the last game you played is likely nefarious plan by the British government. It's pretty darn powerful. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm playing a game where, you know, I don't know who the villain is. I feel like the one we played previously, the butler did it. Which is a, you know, good old long-standing tradition. The last game I played before this was Soldorado. So, you know, it was a corrupt detective. So not massively powerful. This one, if it's death or some kind of creation, then that's pretty powerful. I did put that question on a few days ago when we were playing Assassin's
So,
Creed, which,
We meet again,
you know,
face to face. Speaking of which, your face fits this place perfectly, as I see.
That's right. Since you already know you're dead, let's start with your birth. You see, we were together once. One body with no name, no age, no beginning, and no end. But one day, something happened. Even I cannot explain it. Perhaps we got bored. What's important is that we decided to split. This is how you and I became to be.
interesting.
Keep
You look
talking.
like a Bond villain.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you're intrigued. Yes, we ceased to be the absolute. Each of us had our own shortcomings and limitations, but we also found new opportunities. In other words, we gained some features inherent only to each of us. I managed to create our first world. It was poor and wretched, but it was there. You lived your first life in. You even gathered some building blocks for it. I used these blocks to update the first version. I improved it, making it more extensive and diverse. This building material is your life, your every sigh and every impression. I collect them every time you come here. That's why you almost don't remember anything. That was our agreement.
Wait, are you trying to say that all my life that I've lived, all the people I've loved, is no more than an illusion? Has my life been unreal?
Unreal? As you know, the very concept of reality can exist only in the world we created. By the way, it was one of the biggest and strongest blocks you ever brought me to help with construction. Will it keep on living without us? Yes, it definitely will. Only it doesn't really matter, since we are immortal, you know.
So, does that mean I have to be reborn? That hasn't happened yet. So what's the problem?
Ah, yes. This is the tricky part. But I'm not ready to lay all my cards on the table just yet. I can only say that I don't collect all your memories. You know, some things you see, some impressions you get at some points in your life, make you change your very perception and understanding of it. So, as we agreed, I leave these to you. And before I ask the ultimate question, the question thanks to which we are here today, you must refresh these memories in your mind.
I think I have no choice. Although I don't need it. Tell me what I have to do.
There is a portal behind your back. Enter it. I'll be nearby. You won't see me, but you can hear me. I'll help you.
Okay. Well, that's not weird and creepy at all. So what's everyone else playing? What villains are you dealing with? Ooh, portal. It's warm, so I open the window. So of course now I can smell the pot. Yes, of course I can. When I switch games, I'll go and close it. Bloop. Throne. Complete the throne chapter. Oh, it's pretty now. It's almost.
What is this place?
Maybe you'll tell me. It's your life after all.
I'm not sure. I need to look around first.
I like the bluebells. Mushrooms are really done. Hey, I'm glad you progressed in satisfaction.
Yeah, now I recognize it.
How interesting. So, what is it then?
This is my childhood. This is how I imagine my pillow fort. The coziest place on earth. Every time I got in with a book in my hands, the rest of the world ceased to exist. At least when I was immersed into the world of a story unraveling before me.
Ah, sounds fascinating.
Cozy corner. Yeah, fort is good. Like a bit Narnia-esque. Narnia-esque.
Yet another cozy corner in the world.
I do. Only I imagined this place much later when I grew. The feelings are completely different, but the purpose is still the same. I've always been keen on good stories. I imagine myself to be a great traveler, an adventurer. Every time I did, I was one. I lived in those stories. I breathed them, and each time my imagination brought me here.
Stories are your passion. That's the reason why you, not me, keep living these lives.
Yep. Love stories. Love a good cozy corner. Big fan. I don't know if I want an open roaring fire, but I do love a good cozy corner. I need a chair big enough to curl up in properly. Like, giant chair. Like, you can't sit in it, you have to curl up. I think keeping books behind glass covers is a good idea, though. Keeps the dust off them, and if you get them right, then you can get the light off them so they don't fade. But then you've got a lot of glass to clean. That's my thing. That's my dilemma. It's like I've got a lot of stuff. I like displaying my stuff. It'd be cool to put it in like little glass cabinets. And I've got a little glass fire. Stuck in my head now.
Come on, keep up. You're almost there. I'll race you.
Very windy-esque.
Who was it?
Who is that elusive ghost? Ah, that's your dream. Such a beautiful creature.
Yeah, it is a dream. I know why we're here. It was then, in my childhood, while I had my head buried in all those books, when I felt the taste of fantasy. That's when each story I read unfolded into a whole new world.
When you're engrossed in a good book, while having a cup of freshly brewed coffee, it seems that time itself comes to a stop, don't you think?
What fascinates me even more is that there were thousands of such stories.
Yeah. Every book I read feels, well, okay, not every book. There are a couple of books that I've read have been like, I'm reading it, but I'm not in the story. So many books I read. The reason I read them so fast and get so engrossed and forget about everything else is just that I get pulled into the story. There are little sentences going around. Going a bit too fast and a bit too bright for me to see them, but that's cool. It's a walking simulator with a bit of a difference. And it's very pretty. Loving the sky color.
Come closer. Don't be afraid. Do you remember how you and I used to sit on this swing when you were a child?
Of course I remember. This was the place where all fantasies materialized. All it took was reached for my dream. Reached for you.
I wonder if I missed any of the drawings at the beginning. Hey, Mr. Corners. Thank you for the raid. There's my Mr. Corners button. What were you playing? Ah, More Life is Strange. Second chapter? How are you feeling about it? How are you getting on? How many times have you gone, oh my god, what the heck is going on? Really is a well put together
This
story.
old oak still remembers all your adventures. Why don't you have a go on the swing as you used to?
Now I'm getting Edith Finch vibes.
Look. Do you see it? It's right there in front of you. It's your palace. Your fortress.
Yeah, I recognize it. I would stay here forever.
Ah, chapter 3.
I know
Excellent.
you would, but I'm afraid it's not possible. Sorry.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't stream it because I bought it for my Christmas present for myself, or birthday present, I can't remember which.
It's a pity we left that place behind. That's why I really felt the taste for life for the first time.
Behind.
I wanted to properly immerse
Ahead.
myself in it.
These
and not worry about
words
music
make little
copyright.
sense here, you know. But let's not get carried away. We need to move forward.
As you say.
There was another game that was Dungeons and Dragons, possibly, I think, where each of the chapters was a different world and you had to collect the little light bulbs. The story wasn't as immersive, and you spent a lot of time having to find beams of light, which were just bloody annoying, I have to say. Ooh.
What a weird place. Chains tied to odd-looking masts, portholes hidden in rocks, all these skulls. Why? Why all this?
All
I see.
this is your memories. You'll soon see what it's all about.
I'm wondering how many I've
This
managed to miss on the
atmosphere,
pictures and whether
All
it
the
will tell me where
freshness
I've
and
missed them.
coolness in the air. It's such a familiar feeling. Freedom is the first thing that comes to mind.
I like this place. The world you live in is too vain. There's too much bustle, too many thoughts and worries.
But yeah,
And what's the
welcome in
point in
Raiders.
all
I'm
this?
Joe.
That's not how I
We're
see
playing
it.
Caligo.
It's just that in all this swirling, you need to find the strength to swim in the right direction.
You might be right. You should know better. After all, I only bring you the building blocks to extend reality.
But yeah, hi, I'm Joe. We're doing Caligo. This is the second of 3 games today. We did the Detective from the Crypt first, which was really enjoyable. This one is an intriguing walking sim with an interesting story. Not quite sure where it's going yet, but we will see. And then we have a third game, which we will do just about half an hour. Just under half an hour. We'll have a small break and then switch games again. The final game of the stream. Another game that's out in the future. This is our Sometimes You Future Weekend. A bunch of games out in April. What the specifically drawing was that? We are collecting them. I hope there's somewhere to see them after. so that's the thing with writing a book, is you have to create like a whole world.
I guess we've reached the top now.
Let's check it.
Characters and plot and that sort of thing. I just have random bits of weirdness in my head. So we're working on, you know, it's in my mind. I'd like to write a book. I have no idea what kind of book. That is always the first step. But acknowledging that we've always wanted to write a book. It's the first stage. Yeah, the water.
I recognize this place. Of course, it didn't used to look like this when I saw it, but after all, it's not the real thing. This is how I remember it.
Or rather, this is how you sensed it.
I think we need to get on the ship's deck. Look, I think there's someone there. Although I'd rather walk along the shore for a while.
You're right. That's where we have to look for things we came here for. But there's no need to hurry. There's no time here, remember?
Really like labyrinth vibes as well. It's like, don't worry, there's no time limit, there's no, it's like, but is there actually? Giant ass skulls. Serious tusks on these. No, oh. again. It is a walking sim, yes. Wow. Yes. We are walking. And we're also exploring because there's drawings we can pick up. It's very pretty. There is a story. Literally, it tells you the story as we're going along. We just went for a wander down the beach because time has no meaning here, apparently. And I took that to mean there's something there we need to find. In the Sometimes You sponsored stream today, they've provided all the codes for me for streaming these this weekend. So that's pretty cool. They are very generous.
When I first saw it, it didn't look like a pile of rustling scrap metal at all to me. What I saw was an ancient sea monster, thrown ashore, which was too old to go back into the water.
It wasn't just a trick of the eye.
I mean, possibly. There are a lot of walking sims to various different, you know, integrity. This one has fully voiced.
Hey, sailor, how's it going? It seems a storm is coming. We need to check if everything's fastened. I feel we're in for a bumpy ride.
What's he talking about? This ship is run aground, and it looks like it won't go anywhere anytime soon.
Are you sure? Look at him. He doesn't seem to agree with you.
Well, for him, this ship is still up and running. The moment I saw it on the shore when I took it for some sea monster. At least then I realized there is absolutely no difference between fiction and reality, between the living and the dead.
This is a bold thing to say.
Exactly. You see, I can use my imagination to give any object, any notion the meaning I want. All those stories from books, all the worlds they revealed before me weren't the only way out anymore. I realized that I can create these worlds for myself.
You've always understood this.
Yes, always. But only now it gave me a sense of freedom. This old sailor's in denial. He doesn't want to see his ship has run aground.
Exactly. There's only one snag here. You can't give random meaning to random things, or else the world will turn into chaos. At least when it comes to yourself. But there's always a choice.
And it only depends on me.
Hey, sailor, what are you muttering about? There's a storm brewing on the horizon. It'll catch up with us soon. Our friend's heart is wrecked. Get down to the engine room and check how it is. Come on, get a move on.
Look, it really is alive.
It is disturbingly alive.
It looks like it's the heart of the ship.
It is completely dead.
Can we fix it?
We can do anything. Close your eyes. You know what to do. You can open them now.
Ooh, a rare one. Old ship. People aren't getting this far. Or at least not yet. I mean, the game's not out till Thursday, so this is reasonable.
The best show in the world. I smell trouble.
You're right about that. You're not going to like what you're about to find behind this door. You see, the world we created has one peculiarity. It's alive.
Alive?
Giving me,
What does that mean?
It means that we only lay its foundation, but it keeps developing by itself. If I controlled every bit of this world, there would not be any sense in its existence. Not everything in it is as beautiful as what we saw earlier.
But of course, you are completely impartial, like a true creator.
That's right, and I'm proud of it. How else can it be?
This is giving me a little bit of a, you know, the Bioshock type rapture things. And then that game that we played several years ago that was set. We had a sister. We were seeing echoes of the past. Close to the Sun. Thank you, Horror. Didn't even need to finish explaining the game. Yes, Close to the Sun. Now it's giving me freaking, you know.
This
know.
is a prison.
Yeah.
Just great. The best manifestation of life. There are a lot of cells here, judging by how many digits there are in the numbers. That's putting it mildly.
No.
Oh yes, there are many cells and many prisoners. Their name is Legion. Let's take a look in one of them.
And a book.
I believe there is an open one on the level above.
I'm not sure I'd want that.
Want it or not, we'll have to. That's our job, my friend.
This is more Bioshock now, where it's like, you know.
So enthusiastic. I bet he won't go far.
All jokes aside, do you see what he is doing? Watch closely. If you look at his precious screen, you can see that there's another one exactly like him. He's being forced to an electric chair, fed by the energy they're generating with all this relentless pedaling, and every one of them knows that sooner or later, they too will be dragged there and fried in that very chair.
Now we're getting very Black Mirror.
Why are you telling me this? Did you forget it was me who brought these memories from reality? That's exactly what life I'm living is like, while you are sitting around here in your oblivion.
Oh, come on. Calm down, will you? Let's go. The show must go on, you know.
Great, you're electrocuting someone. That's just charming.
What a loathsome place. What are we gonna see up there?
You've probably guessed already, haven't you? That same chair.
Yeah, apart from that, there's basically nothing else here. Where is the immortal soul in this body?
See this white smiling piece of porcelain nearby? That's a soul substitute. It is more than enough, as you can see.
Enough for what? For a crazy show like this? That's even too much.
Don't like the slime. It is icky. The mold and decay. They're stuck on the ceiling.
Here's our new lucky boy. Thousands of eyes are glued to the screen right now, all full of envy. Are you ready for your 15 minutes of fame?
This Vanity Fair. Is there another way to get out of here?
Forget about it.
No. There's gotta be another way.
Again, I'm sorry, but there's no other way.
It's a rise. It's creepy.
Sit.
What the heck? No! I don't want to go back there again. There has to be another way. Stop him!
Soul masks. You don't exist. You just tore my face off. Threw me in a hole. I get a shiny for it. Prison.
Where are we now?
I know it was hard. That's why we made a deal a long time ago. Where are we, you're asking? Let's take a walk again. You'll see, it'll all end soon, I promise.
Oh, it's not disturbing at all. 6 out of 13. Do another 510.
Time seems to have stopped here.
You're quite right. Especially for you. Time here is particularly significant.
It's the war, of course. The one that never changes.
Exactly. It never ends. Another manifestation of life. Perhaps the most important one.
It's not that some armies keep clashing on mythical battlefields. It's just that everyone wants to get higher and crush as many as possible, destroying everyone and everything on their way.
Yes. Perpetuum mobile, don't you think? True perpetual motion of the universe. No more, no less.
No way. Are you trying to say that people are driven to make new discoveries just because they want to dominate the world? No. They only want to trample everything they didn't create. Anything that stands on their way while they try and conquer the world.
Keep talking.
The real force of progress is curiosity. It's the desire to develop and complicate the world. These two stories are easily confused, however, someone else's curiosity can also become one of the weapons in this war.
Do you think there could be one without the other?
I haven't seen anything like this, but I hope. What choice do I have?
Pointless waste of life. What? Resources? Some fake idea of power? Such a waste. And this still happens. Is happening now. Except you can't tell who the monsters are. So look here.
Let's go that way.
What about them? Did anyone ever get to the top?
To the Oracle? No, of course not. What would be the point of keeping something like this then? What a weird thought. Oh well.
Are you trying to say that we're being treated differently here?
You may say so, yes. But to be honest, I hardly find it attractive. At least it's fun down here. But what's up there? So you get to the top. Have all your questions answered? What next?
Here we go again. It's as if there's nothing else apart from this slaughterhouse down there and the oracle at the top.
That's how it seems sometimes.
Yeah, I'm getting lots of vibes from lots of different games. Definitely intriguing. We will talk to the Oracle. If that is something we can do. And then save, exit, and have a quick break before we move on to the next one. I'm looking for pictures. As anyone was wondering why I'm not just doing stuff on straight.
She's beautiful, isn't she? Almost perfect.
So, this is the Oracle, I suppose. Now I'll gain some access to some forbidden knowledge.
Of course you will. Come closer. After all, you've reached the top. Sorry, I'm not being completely honest. The knowledge you came here for is no secret for those fighting down there. You're also initiated.
Then why all this? Why this endless carnage?
That's a good question. I've been wondering too. You see, this knowledge is so scorching hot that no one really wants to see it for what it is.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Everyone wants to reach the top and ask me about their future. It is that fear of the unknown that leaves people with an impression that they know their future made from wind and ashes, something called power, control, and 1,000 other words.
I see which
really wanna
knowledge
know
you're
my
talking
future.
about. Death? No. It's too abstract a word. You're talking about obliviating everything we can call ourselves.
That's right. Each of those people is so eager to stick to who they are, and at the same time inevitably losing their identity. Simply because this is life.
What about pain? Isn't it the desire to shield yourself from it forever that makes people subdue everything around them? Build walls?
Walls are made from someone else's pain? No. Pain is an integral part of life. Any change in personality, however small, is pain. And there's only one way to get rid of it. You already mentioned it.
Oblivion.
Now the Master is ready to ask you his question. He's waiting.
Whoa. Okay. This feels like an end.
So, you've come to the end.
Okay, right when we got
It's
to the end.
time to ask the question.
I'm ready. You may ask.
You already know what I want to hear. Either that, or you remembered. Come on, say it yourself.
Of course I know. Or maybe I remembered. You want to know if I'm ready to be born again and live another life.
Yes, there it is. The crossroads. What do you want to do this time? Erase your identity? Regenerate? Be born again and relive all that inspiration and all the pain life gives us? Or have you had enough of going around in circles and now all you want is peace and quiet?
You think
What
well,
do
it would
you
be
think?
nice, but
What would
you
you
know,
rather
life
choose?
is meant to live.
After all, you can't live without me.
We were inseparable. Don't you remember? Your wish is my wish too.
Oblivion. The most precious, but also the most ubiquitous gift. It can wait though. I choose a new life. It's time to tell a new story.
This is your choice and your burden. I'll see you soon, old friend.
Oh, are there any pictures in here first? Yeah, and then we will switch. We will do the last game. I'm going to go on for a little bit longer just because it felt like we started it too early because of the time change. And I'm putting in the, doing the 3 games today, so we'll just go slightly over. Oh, we're back here. That's a nice cyclical. I like that. New life. Where did you get all your achievements? It is very bright. Why is it so white? Okay, so that was 8 out of 13.
Past altars and stages, past temples and taverns, past classy graveyards, past street markets jabber, past peace and past woe, past Mecca and Rome, burned by the sun's blue glow, the earth, the pilgrims roam. They're heavily injured and hunchbacked. They're hungry and almost naked. Their eyes are full of sunset. Their hearts are full of daybreak. The deserts are singing behind them. Sheet lightning breaks out abruptly. Up above, the stars are igniting, and birds are screaming gruffly that the world will remain the same. Yes, indeed the same. Dazzling with snowy game, with fondness its unlikely name. The world will remain underhanded. The world will remain forever. Perhaps it can be comprehended. It has no limits, however, which means it will make no sense to believe in yourself or Lord, and the things that remain are hence the illusion and the road. All sunsets remain in service. All daybreaks are still in splendor. The soldier will muck Earth's surface. The poet will be its defender.
Joseph Brodsky. Hockey dogs. There are some really long loading screens in this with nothing going on. It's like the first one was white, this one is black. Show me the credits. Do something. Ah, loading. Oh, hello. The end. Alright. Complete the end chapter. Right, okay, so we've got select chapter. Oh, hello. Caligo. Complete the game. Wow, that was a lot all at once. Okay. So lighthouse, throne, oak, old ship, prison, war, the end. We did not pick up. Find a witness, collect all link drawings, choose oblivion. Find a witness. That's possibly in the war one. I don't know. I imagine we might have to find a guide. There were probably plenty of places where it had the spots. We got the ones we saw. Anyway, that is Caligo. Let me just turn that down. We're just going to have a short break. And then we're going to switch to the next game. So don't go anywhere. Thank you to Sometimes You for the game, the codes for the games for today. Yeah, don't go anywhere. I'll be back with our final game in a few minutes.